Or what's it gonna be like going back home?
Obviously for me, like that's something special. I've been walking around telling people like it's almost like it's scripted. You know, my last college game, I get to go right down the road from my house. So just a surreal feeling, and I'm excited for it.
So how far is it from your house to where that stadium is? I know obviously it's a new stadium, but how far is it from your
It's
house?
literally a 5 minute drive. It's that close.
Have you been in that stadium yet?
I haven't. This is my first time.
How special was that moment, you know, having kind of not carry the team, but really step up when Dre went out? How special was that for you to do on Saturday?
It was big for me, just always having that confidence of what you're capable of, and then finally be able to really put it on display. It's just like a moment I'll never forget.
Sonny said you've kind of been through a lot here, some highs, some lows. I guess what were some of the things you kind of had to overcome during your time here at TCU?
We just fighting for playing time, like playing with guys like Jay, Shaylo, Zach, Dre, like all these are NFL type dudes. So just fighting for play time, getting on the field anywhere I can, special teams, all those things. So just finally, you manifest things and finally have it come to fruition. It's just like a crazy moment.
Amari, what are you telling people about what are you telling your teammates about your hometown?
I don't know. They haven't really asked me, honestly. Like the only thing I've asked about so far is food places. So I got to give some good suggestions out. So I'm gonna have a bad rep,
Did you know before the season that national championship would be there, and was that something that you circled?
I think I found out during camp actually. I was like, that would be crazy to actually go and play there now. The moment's here.
So what is the best food back home?
For me, I like a lot of Mexican food. But we have a variety of food. Like there's so many people, like different kinds of people in LA. Like you can literally get anything. So it just depends on your preference, honestly.
What's your Mexican place?
That's a good question. I like those birria tacos. Like they have it's a taco truck in like East LA. It's really good. It got like 5-star rating. I don't remember the name of it, but I know where it's at.
Amari, coming out of high school, how many Division I offers did you have?
I just had 2, I think, Army and Navy. FBS, FCS, I had Cal Poly, UC Davis. I think that was it. Yeah.
Mark, how much did it help you that Zach transferred to Ole Miss just for you to be able to play? Have you heard from him though?
Yeah, we talk occasionally. Him and Dre are closer because they came in together, so just naturally. But he actually texted me last night, asked me to play the game with him, so we'll play the game today. But obviously, with him leaving, that created opportunity for me. So just on me to make the most of it. But I think him being here like that helped me have to step my game up. Like being around such great players, like you have to elevate yourself, or it won't work out.
Does he have any regret because now you're playing the championship?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him about it, but it's not really my place to say that. So.
Amari, when
Business analytics. When did you get that degree? And I guess how challenging was that workload trying to manage your time as an athlete as well?
That was actually kind of tough. With that program, it's 8-week classes, so from June 2nd till December to almost 2 days before Christmas, I was in classes nonstop. Like how regular students have fall break, I have it here. It was pretty tough. But once I got on the back end of it in the springtime, it was much easier. But I don't regret it at all. Now I have something under my belt that nobody can ever take from me. So yeah, it's something great to have.
Amari, speaking of that, all the things that you've done, how important is it to the youth of your community to see all the great things that you've accomplished, and have you heard from any people back home?
I talk to people from my neighborhood, but just being able to, like you said, I guess create hope. Some people growing up they don't have much hope. It's you only know what you see. So if you just see people hanging out, that's all you know. You don't think you really had opportunity to do much more. But I think for me, just to be able to be that, beacon of hope from somebody like that's something big to me.
Amari, when Dre goes down, you go in and have the game that you have. What's he saying to you on the sideline throughout the game?
We just had our normal talks. We sit on the sideline, we joke. I think that's what makes our team so good. We don't let the moment take a hold of us. We're still able to be calm. Even in moments after I fumble, I didn't let that moment take a hold of us. Dylan said earlier, this next play, that mentality is what's taking us so far. We just talked about the play. It's just I saw he was about to break one, and literally right before I broke the long one, I told him I feel a big one
Emari, you've been here for quite a while, and new coaching staff coming in. A lot of guys would have just left, transferred somewhere else. What made you stay, and how glad are you that you stayed?
Really, I just, sat down and thought on, prayed about it, and it just felt like the right decision. I went and talked with Coach Dykes, and he was like, "We'd love to have you back." And so from that point on, I was just like, it's a new opportunity, like you said, a fresh start. And I was like, let's take it and run with it. Now it's probably here. I'll never regret that choice to stand.
Hey, Amari, how are the ticket requests coming out of LA?
Yeah, it's bad right now. Everybody's using their tickets, so I'm like, yeah, y'all might have to pay for some tickets. People tell me it's just gonna have to be a watch party because those prices are ridiculous right now.
What Coach Dykes also said he feels like you made a jump this season. Is there something you're doing better?
I think I just brought back like that explosiveness I used to have. Like I'm not sure where it might have just been like a confidence thing, honestly. I think that's the biggest thing that I've got back this year is my confidence in knowing what I'm capable of. With Coach Jones behind me, with Kaz and his strength staff and the things that they've instilled in us, and I think like I just had that feeling like, okay, I'm getting back in my groove, and that's just taking me to this point this season.
You mentioned Coach Jones. What's the biggest thing you've learned from him this year?
It comes down to the small things. Like he said, like the best running backs have they trust their tracks every play and just don't, like I was saying, don't let too much get into your head. Like just go out there, play, have fun. I think that's the biggest thing he allows us to do. Like he doesn't try to overcoach us. Like he in practice he instills in us what we need to know, and then from there he just lets us do our job. And obviously if you mess up, he's gonna get on you, but he doesn't try to do too much and be too nitpicky. Like he's gonna give you confidence in what you're doing.
Two more questions.
Tony
Heading into
said that the Dre is questionable right now if you had to do a designation. Are you preparing as if you're going to be the starter?
Yeah, that's all I can do at this point. Like you say, he's questionable. I don't know, so I just have to go into it like I'm gonna be the guy, and if he plays, I would love to have him, because we're a great duo. But I just have to prepare like that.
What would it mean to win this game over the defending national champions in your hometown, Hollywood script?
Yeah, like you said, I think it would be like a Hollywood script, like something somebody wrote down and it finally just all played out. But it'll be a big moment for this program, for myself obviously, but I think for this program really just coming from the last few seasons we've had and just being able to turn it all around and have this, they call it like the Cinderella story, but to put it all together and win a national championship like that would mean so much for this program in the future.